Life is filled with uncertainty, struggle, and hardship, and in that chaos, the person you choose to stand beside you will make all the difference. Relationships aren't just about attraction or fleeting emotions. They're about finding someone who makes life better, not harder. If you're fortunate enough to have a woman in your life who possesses these 5 qualities, then you should seriously consider what it would mean to lose her. Because finding a person of true value is rare. The first and most essential quality is that she supports your growth. The right partner doesn't suppress who you are. She helps you become more. She sees your potential even when you don't, and she encourages you to rise to it. She doesn't let you settle for mediocrity. If she challenges you, it's not because she wants to control you, but because she wants you to be your strongest, most capable self. A woman who supports your growth is a gift, because in a world that constantly tries to tear you down, she stands as proof that you can build something greater. In life, growth is not optional, it is necessary. Every day presents a choice to remain the same or to evolve into something greater. The people you surround yourself with will either push you toward that growth or hold you back in fear, insecurity, or complacency. And when it comes to a partner, this truth becomes even more crucial. If you are with someone who genuinely supports your growth, you have something rare, something invaluable. A person who supports your growth is not someone who merely tolerates your ambition, but actively encourages it. She doesn't feel threatened by your success or your desire to improve yourself. Instead, she sees the potential in you, often before you even recognize it in yourself. She challenges you, not out of control or manipulation, but out of a deep belief that you are capable of more. She won't let you settle for mediocrity because she knows that there is something far greater within you waiting to be realized. But this kind of support is not just about words of encouragement. It's about actions. It's about being there when things get hard, when the weight of your own expectations starts to feel unbearable. Growth is uncomfortable. It requires sacrifice, failure, and resilience. And in those moments of doubt, she doesn't walk away. If you are with someone like this, do not take her for granted. A person who genuinely supports your growth is a partner in the truest sense. Someone who sees the path ahead, even when you lose sight of it. And if you are not with someone like this, ask yourself why. Are you surrounding yourself with people who lift you up, or those who would rather see you remain the same? Because the truth is, growth is inevitable for those who seek it. Whether you rise alone or alongside someone who truly believes in you, that is a choice only you can make. Second, she respects you, and that means she respects herself. A relationship without mutual respect is doomed from the start. If she values your time, your opinions, your goals, if she treats you with kindness and expects the same in return, then that is a foundation that cannot be easily shaken. Respect also means she sets boundaries. And that's a sign of a person who knows their worth. A woman who demands respect for herself will naturally expect to give it in return. Respect is the foundation of any meaningful relationship. Without it, everything else crumbles: love, trust, communication, and even self-worth. If someone truly values you, they will respect you not just in moments of convenience, but in every aspect of the relationship. Respect is not about submission or control. It is about recognizing the inherent worth of another person and treating them accordingly. And a woman who respects you will not only show it in how she treats you, but also in how she upholds her own standards. When someone respects you, they listen not just to respond, but to understand. They acknowledge your thoughts, your dreams, your struggles, and your victories. They do not belittle you, dismiss your feelings, or undermine your ambitions. Instead, they offer encouragement, challenge you when necessary, and stand beside you as an equal. They don't manipulate or play games. Their actions align with their words, and they treat you with the dignity you deserve. But just as respect for you matters, respect for herself is equally important. A woman who truly values herself will set boundaries, not as a way to control you, but as a sign of self-respect. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They are guidelines for healthy interaction. They define what is acceptable and what isn't, ensuring that neither person loses themselves in the relationship. A woman who knows her worth will not tolerate mistreatment, dishonesty, or emotional manipulation, and she will not ask you to tolerate those things either. Setting boundaries is a sign of emotional intelligence and strength. It means she has a clear sense of who she is and what she stands for. She does not allow disrespect, nor does she offer it. A person like this understands that a strong relationship is not built on one person sacrificing their identity for the other, but on mutual understanding and compromise. Boundaries create stability, and within that stability, love, trust, and connection can truly flourish. When a woman both respects you and upholds her own boundaries, she is showing you that she is capable of a healthy, mature relationship. She does not seek to control you or change you, but she expects to be treated with the same level of dignity that she offers you. She does not tolerate behavior that diminishes her, and she does not ask you to accept less than what you deserve. This balance is what makes a relationship strong: mutual respect, mutual growth, and an understanding that both individuals have value, both as a couple and as individuals. If you are with someone who respects you and also respects herself, do not take it lightly. This is the foundation of a partnership that can withstand hardship, uncertainty, and time. It means you are not just with someone who loves you, but with someone who values you. And in a world full of fleeting connections, that is something worth holding on to. Third, she knows how to communicate openly and honestly. There is nothing more destructive in a relationship than silence where there should be truth. If she can voice her concerns, share her thoughts, and address problems directly, rather than resorting to manipulation or passive aggression, that is an extraordinary strength. A relationship where both partners can speak freely, without fear of judgment or retaliation, is a relationship that can endure the test of time. Communication is the backbone of any meaningful relationship. Without it, misunderstandings grow, resentment builds, and trust slowly erodes. A woman who can communicate openly and honestly is someone who values clarity over confusion, truth over avoidance, and connection over emotional distance. She does not expect you to read her mind, nor does she resort to manipulation or passive aggression to get what she wants. Instead, she speaks with honesty, not to hurt, but to build something stronger. When someone communicates openly, it means they are willing to share their thoughts, feelings, and concerns without fear or hesitation. It takes courage to be honest, especially in moments of vulnerability. Many people shy away from difficult conversations because they fear conflict, but avoiding the truth only leads to deeper problems down the road. A woman who values open communication understands this. She knows that expressing what is on her mind, even when it is uncomfortable, is the only way to foster real trust and understanding. Honest communication is not just about speaking, it is also about listening. It means she is willing to hear you out, to truly understand your perspective rather than just waiting for her turn to talk. She does not dismiss your feelings, twist your words, or make you feel small for expressing yourself. Instead, she creates a space where you can both be honest without fear of judgment. This kind of communication builds trust because it reassures both people that they are safe to be themselves without pretense. A relationship built on honesty does not mean there will never be disagreements. In fact, people who communicate well do not avoid conflict. They navigate it with respect and maturity. They do not resort to insults or defensiveness, but approach issues with the intent to solve them, not to win. A woman who values this understands that the goal is not to prove who is right, but to work toward a solution that strengthens the relationship rather than weakens it. She does not hide behind silence when something is wrong. She does not let resentment fester or allow small issues to turn into deep wounds. She brings things up before they spiral out of control, addressing problems head-on instead of pretending they don't exist. This kind of openness is rare because it requires emotional maturity, self-awareness, and a willingness to be vulnerable. But it is the only way to build something lasting. If you are with someone who communicates openly and honestly, you have something that many never find. You are not left guessing what she is thinking, not trapped in an endless cycle of misinterpretation and frustration. You are with someone who respects you enough to be truthful, even when the truth is difficult. And if you are not in a relationship like this, ask yourself why. Are you creating an environment where honesty is welcomed? Or are you contributing to a dynamic where the truth feels unsafe? Because the reality is, communication is not just about what one person does, it is about what both people cultivate together. If you want honesty, be honest. If you want openness, be open. And if you find someone who meets you at that level, never take it for granted. Loyalty is not tested when everything is easy. It is tested in the moments of struggle, doubt, and hardship. Anyone can stay by your side when times are good, when success is abundant, and when life feels effortless. But the real measure of a person's loyalty is how they respond when things get difficult. When you fail, when you are uncertain, when the weight of the world feels unbearable. A woman who stays loyal through those moments is someone who understands the true meaning of commitment, not just to you, but to the relationship itself. Loyalty is not just about remaining physically present, it is about emotional presence, about standing firm in moments of doubt rather than looking for an easy way out. A woman who stays loyal when things get tough does not abandon ship at the first sign of trouble. She does not run away when circumstances become uncomfortable or when life throws unexpected challenges in your path. Instead, she proves that she is willing to weather the storm with you, not because she has to, but because she chooses to. This kind of loyalty requires strength. It means staying by your side even when you are struggling, even when you are not at your best. It means believing in you when you do not believe in yourself. It means offering support, not in a way that enables weakness, but in a way that reminds you of your own strength. She does not make excuses for you, but she does not abandon you either. She holds you accountable while still standing with you, understanding that real commitment is not just about celebrating victories, but about enduring setbacks together. But loyalty is not blind. It does not mean tolerating mistreatment, nor does it mean staying in situations where respect is absent. A woman who stays loyal when things get tough is not someone who clings to a relationship out of fear or dependency. She chooses loyalty because she values what you are building together, because she sees the bigger picture, because she knows that all meaningful relationships are tested, and only those who truly understand loyalty make it through. When life challenges you, you learn quickly who is truly by your side. Some people will distance themselves, waiting for things to improve before they return. But the ones who remain, the ones who fight alongside you, are the ones who are truly worth holding on to. If you have someone who stays loyal even in difficulty, do not take it for granted. Appreciate it, nurture it, because loyalty is rare, and when you find it, you are not just finding a partner. You are finding someone who sees you, who believes in you, and who chooses to stand by you no matter what life brings. In a world full of noise, pressure, and endless distractions, peace is one of the most valuable things a person can bring into your life. Chaos is easy to find. People who thrive on conflict, who create drama where none exists, who seek control through emotional turmoil. But someone who brings peace offers something rare. She does not add to the weight you already carry. Instead, she helps you find clarity, stability, and a sense of purpose, even when everything else feels uncertain. A woman who brings peace does not mean she avoids difficult conversations or ignores problems. True peace is not the absence of struggle. It is the ability to navigate challenges without letting them consume you. She does not create unnecessary tension or push you into constant emotional battles. Instead, she approaches conflict with understanding rather than aggression, with solutions rather than blame. She communicates with honesty, not manipulation, because she knows that trust is built on truth, not on games. Her presence is calming, not because life is always easy, but because she does not make it harder than it needs to be. She does not seek control through emotional outbursts, nor does she let insecurity drive her actions. She chooses stability over chaos, patience over impulsiveness, and wisdom over fleeting emotions. She knows that love is not about proving a point or winning an argument. It is about growth, connection, and mutual understanding. A peaceful person does not mean a passive person. She is strong in her values, firm in her boundaries, and confident in who she is. But she does not use that strength to dominate or manipulate. She does not need constant validation or create crises to feel important. Instead, she builds an environment where both of you can be yourselves without fear, where trust replaces suspicion, and where comfort is found in simply being together. When you are with someone who brings peace, you feel it. You do not have to question their intentions or analyze their every word. You do not have to brace yourself for the next fight over something insignificant. Instead, you find stability and anchor in the middle of life's inevitable storms. If you have found someone who brings that kind of peace into your life, appreciate her, respect her, and never take her presence for granted. Because peace is not just something you find, it is something you build together. If you are with someone who possesses these 5 qualities, understand what you have. Do not take it for granted. Because the truth is, relationships are not just about what you receive, but about what you cultivate together. If she brings these strengths to the table, then it's on you to match them. Because a woman like that won't wait forever for someone who doesn't recognize her worth. So ask yourself, if she has these 5 qualities, what are you doing to ensure you deserve them?